Hi, my name is Henderson Smith. I'm the founder and president of Living Well Therapies, where our mission is to encourage conscious living, engage human potential, and empower humanity to master self in pursuit of health, happiness, and a higher quality of life. One of our programs is called CHOICE. It's an acronym that stands for Conscious Health Options, Improve Community Effectiveness. And we like to believe that individual well-being and community effectiveness, as well as corporate effectiveness, are inextricably linked.
So back at it, what is the most important thing, in your opinion, that people need to become conscious of and really work on in today's world?
Themselves.
Themselves. That's a big project.
You know, we're always working on something outside of ourselves.
Well, that's true.
The little bit of time that we spend asleep is the time we spend focused on ourselves. Mm-hmm. If you do a little bit of meditation, you're focusing on yourself. You're reconnecting with your source energy. Mm-hmm. You're finding the very best of yourself. You see, we're instinctive, reactive creatures at the very basic level. You step on my foot, I step back on yours. You push me, I push you. You speak to me loudly, I speak louder. Okay. And so that's instinctive, reactive. When we become consciously responsive, then you're aware of how you're showing up, aware of how I'm affecting you. And so those things that push your emotional buttons don't produce a reactive response. You can consciously respond to it rather than unconsciously react to it.
Well, and I think that's very important, and I call that going into Buddha fly on the wall state.
I like Buddha fly on the wall.
So yeah. when you get into those things and people are trying to push your buttons, mm-hmm. if you can just remove yourself from it and just, I think it's a shame that most of us don't find life any more interesting than we do. Mm. Instead of reacting to those buttons being pushed, what about if we say, isn't that interesting that's pissing me off?
Yeah, exactly.
Wonder what that means about me.
Now you're starting to ask an important question.
Right.
Okay, where's that coming from in my history and my historical story? Mm-hmm. What's being re-registered? What am I reliving that's happened to me before that's causing me to react to this little thing the way I'm reacting to it?
Right.
Yeah. And it's the moment of pause. It's the moment of pause.
I agree. And it is about just becoming more consciously aware.
That's it. The moment of pause takes you from animal to human.
Oh, now that's an interesting concept. So it's not really, you don't really go to fly. Mm-hmm. You go to human.
You go to human. Okay. Yeah. And I really fully believe that our next level of evolution is humanity exploring this realm of consciousness.
Oh, from your lips to God's ears, I certainly hope so.
Yeah.
What a revelation that would be. I mean, I'm famous for saying, wonder what kind of world we would have if everybody was just busy cleaning up their own backyard.
Hey.
On all levels.
How about that? Because guess what? It doesn't matter how many people are in the room. The only person you can control, you.
That's true.
Hello.
That's true.
So we didn't, we got a birth certificate. And we got a Social Security number when we were born. But we didn't get a manual of how to manage and control the physical part, the energetic part, or the mental part. And the mental part's the one that gets us in most trouble.
Well, I believe that. Our brains are such a wonderful, wonderful thing. Mm-hmm. But if they start taking over our lives, we lose what I believe is really the essence of life here. And that's our hearts.
The being.
Yeah,
the being.
So you have a company.
So we're not we're human beings, right?
That's right. Yeah. We're spirits having a human experience.
There you go.
There.
Exactly.
So your company, mm-hmm. name again?
Living Well Therapies.
Okay. Is that .com for your website?
.net. www.livingwelltherapies.net.
Okay. So you work with individuals, you work with companies. What is your focus?
Add communities and you got it.
Oh, okay.
3 divisions.
Individuals, companies, and communities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. So our corporate clients are British Petroleum.
Okay. So what do you do for them? We'll do
a worksite wellness program.
Okay.
A worksite wellness program that really gives you the opportunity to invest in the human capital that is the thinking, breathing, and doing aspect of your company. So we're giving you a way to increase your return on payroll without having to increase your payroll and without having to add any new human beings.
Gotcha.
So if we increase the level of productivity or presenteeism of any one of your people, just 1 hour a day over the course of a year, and you've got, let's say, 10 people working in your company, then the result is like $208,000 return on payroll.
Yikes. Well, and we talk a lot about HR departments, human resource departments, but I think we've lost sight of what that really is, because humans are really the greatest resource a company has.
We are it.
And the most expensive.
Yep.
It's where most of their dollars go, is into their human resources. So there's a lot, it pays to pay attention.
I was one of the founders of the Houston Wellness Association, and we did our inaugural launch in Minute Maid Park in 2005 with Drayden McClain, the owners of the Astros, and the mayor at the time, Bill White. And Drayden spoke, and he said that of his many business interests that he has, the top 3 expenses is always related to human capital and providing benefits for them. Mm-hmm. And so if that's the case, and you're a CPO, you're trying to increase profits and reduce expenses and improve the financial health of the future financial health of your company.
Right. Not to mention that, because I was in the corporate world for a long time, and in management for a lot of that period. And so I always knew that, if you were the place where the best people wanted to work, you had the best company.
You had the best company.
And so if you're...
Nobody could steal your people.
That's right. And loyal and happy employees attract loyal and happy customers.
Hello.
Like
it's
energies
really
attract.
simple, isn't it?
It's very simple.
It really is.
And we make it so complicated with, we got to have this program, we got to have that. You know what? What you need to do is create an environment, a corporate environment that people want to work in. Mm-hmm. They want to be there. Mm-hmm. And then everything else kind of falls into place.
You got it. See, we've become accustomed as leaders to believe that incentives and consequences are the driving force behind human behavior. And human behavior is motivated from inside out.
That's right. And the floggings will continue until morale improves.
Exactly. Yeah. Now make that happen.
Exactly. Make that work. But
so how's that working for you?
Exactly. But it's still happening. Mm-hmm. It's still happening, even though it's not working.
Spending huge amounts of resources and dollars providing incentives over and over again, and as soon as the incentives are gone, the behavior goes back to what it was or worse. Mm-hmm. So what you want to do is you want to empower people to realize their own potential, and you want them to make their behavior to be as a result of choice.
Okay, I like it all. I like what you're saying. I believe that it is so valid. So let's say a company with 30 employees, and whoever owns the company is listening to the show right now thinking, this is making a lot of sense to me. What?
I hope so.
So they contact you, and what happens then?
Then I go over and talk with them and get a feel for who they are and what the culture of the company is currently, and would they currently use in the form of a wellness program, if they use a wellness program at all. And I integrate, and we structure a program that will be specifically designed for their population of people, which is unique in every situation. Every individual is unique. And so we'll use an approach. We've got a basket of practices, multiplicity of things that we engage in, and so we'll custom design the program to fit the needs of that particular organization and what they're really up to, what they're really trying to accomplish.
And I may be putting you on the spot here, and you may not. This may be such a diverse answer, but a company of 30 people, you come in, you create a wellness program for them. How long does it take before they really start seeing benefits in their bottom line from that kind of program?
Well, see, what we were doing before, we do an 8 to 16-week program at a company. And in that period of time, we do a pre- and post-program self-evaluation, what we call C. So we've got 7 questions we ask the employees before the program begins and then after the program ends. And we chart the results. So you get a chance to see how a person feels about how they manage their health, their pain and discomfort, how they overcome stress, how they deal with emotional stimulus, and how they do that before and how they do that after. Every company we've done it with has produced an increase or an improvement in how people feel like they manage themselves.
Interesting. So what you're really doing is sort of firing up inner self-motivation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because I heard somebody say one time, I love motivational speakers. I always get pumped up and fired up, and I go out, and then there's nothing.
It fizzles.
Got to come from in here.
Right. And so what we've done now is we've created a program that has a year-long process, and that when we're finished, we're making you a self-sufficient operation in terms of changing the culture of wellness at your company.
And that's really the key.
That's really the key.
It's the culture of wherever you are,
Mhm.
whether it's your home, your community, your family, whatever. The culture is created by the people.
Absolutely.
And once the culture is created, it becomes sort of self-governing in a way.
There you go.